So since the last video was wildly popular, we're going to go ahead and do the Photoshop review again. This is a photo that I edited back in January of this year, 2020. Great year. Let's go ahead and pop into this and see how I did it. There we go. Okay. Oh, I can't scroll. And I've got a warm and cool filter on. Nothing's labeled except gradient. Super cool. Which I think that's vignette. Yeah. So we'll go ahead back down to the beginning. This image in the first place, which actually looks pretty good by itself. I don't know why I edit my pictures. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn on the groups, but turn these off. So let's first take a look what we did with this levels adjustment. Okay, increased the threshold for the blacks and made things a little brighter. That's what this little guy is. If this is 1, then, you know, it's darker, 0.31. Oop, just kidding. See, good stuff. Curves adjustment. This is traditional shabby S curve. Cool. And then I had a warm and a cool folder here. So here's the warm is a color balance, which looks like it's just, yep, kind of putting some orange in there. Lookup table, which is fall colors. And then we've got this lookup table, which is crisp warm, but at a really like half opacity. Okay. And then what looks to be my sunshine gradient here. This is the one. Oh, this is the one that I had on my last computer. This is OG. Okay. So there's the warm filter, and I'm kind of questioning the cool filter. I had that on there too. So this, which is just reducing the saturation. This lookup table, which is horror blue. And this is when I still had a different computer, that's why it's like tripping out. Ooh, big mouse. Yeah. And then there's this one, which is late sunset. But these are both at reduced almost half opacity. So there's warm, cool. Oh, you know what? And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna mix them, because it gave this super purpley vibe. And as you can tell, I dig purple. Purple hair, come on. So fun. Then there's this gradient labeled, so that probably should have been labeled vignette. This, which is the logo, and this, which is the logo but to the left. And then there's this. This is a little trick I use every once in a while, where I do the marquee tool, and I will grab a square. And then I'll select the inverse and then fill it with black. That way I can command click this thumbnail and then shift inverse, and then I've got a square selection if I wanted to make it like a profile picture on the social media site. And then I can do my my merged copy, because if you just do copy, it's only going to copy whatever is on that layer. But if you do merged copy, it's different. It's cooler. Anyway, what else we got here? Yeah, this is a pretty cool one. I actually really love this picture. Before and after, it's just very fun. I really got rid of a lot of detail in kind of the darker areas. Like you can see, there are folds and stitching, zippers, ruffles, and there's boots and everything. But then when you put this back on, I mean, you can still see the boots, but you get what I'm saying, like the little details behind the boots. It's still there a little bit, but it's much more hidden away. But I really like the effect that it has. Now, what I think I could have done better is I could have done like a dodge and burn layer, something like that. What am I gonna do here? Nope, what was that? What did it just... What? I have no idea what that was. So sorry. Okay, we're gonna... Anyway, what did I just click? Because I went to do B, and I hit B, and then I meant to do Shift 05? What did I do? Command 05? Yeah. What did that do? Blending change. Weird. Anyway, but I would have probably done a, what do you call it? Like a dodge here, something like that. You know, got some dodge on, get some, like really accentuate those highlights. And there, and then there, and then maybe like, just set it to 10%. This isn't a real edit, but you know, I would have done something like that to really kind of pull out those brighter areas. And then likewise, I would have probably benefited from darkening everything else. That's supposed to be dark. Just kind of make it more of a high contrast shape. Something like that, you know. Pull a little bit more away from that. And honestly, we don't need that much light on the ground. Nobody needs that. And pull it sort of away from the highlight areas to keep it, but not really like, you know. Anyway, so that's another old file that I had. Probably should have labeled things a little better. And then just combined warm and cool into like a color contrast thing, because I don't really see myself doing just the warm or just the cool. Although that does actually look pretty hardcore. But anyway, that is another Photoshop file review video, just kind of going over how I did a photo almost a year ago.